Rivers back at quarterback on 3rd and goal. Check down to Hines. Hines downhill, and he's in for the touchdown.
In 4th down, short yardage situations.
They're going to go for it. Little misdirection. Wide open is Taylor, and he will stroll in for the Colts touchdown. Everyone fooled on that left side of the Browns defense.
Burton taking the snap. Burton on the run. Burton to the end zone. Burton, the former Florida quarterback, with the touchdown. Third down and 10. Rivers steps away from pressure for the end zone. Leaping grab. Zach Pascal. What a catch. What a touchdown. Colts right back in it. But they have a 1st down and 10. Rivers looking for the end zone. Lunging for the catch is Jack Doyle. It's a touchdown. 14-yard grab for Doyle. And this game is tied. That was the first for Johnson. 1st and 10. Rivers, he's got Hines. Great catch by Hines inside the 10. Hines spins to the pylon. Touchdown! Oh yeah, do your cartwheel. You deserve it after that spin move. What a play!
Through traffic, around other defenders.
No huddle, Rivers to Doyle.
Doyle takes it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And play zone coverage because he will pick you apart. Here comes pressure.
Rivers taking a shot down the field. He's got him in. Touchdown!
Hoping his defense can make a stop at 2nd and goal. Here's Hines, and he is in for the touchdown.
Let's go, man.
On the Colts' 40th snap inside Titans territory, they get touchdown number 2 on the night. Play action from Rivers. Pass is caught by the rookie Pittman. Coming off his best day. First touchdown for Pittman. Trying to get some time still on the clock, even if they give up a score for Rodgers. 12th play of the drive. Rivers, end zone, and caught for the touchdown.
Rivers rifles, touchdown, great hands. Trey Burton squeezes it for the score.
And you just have to account for him every single snap.
Going for it on 4th and 4 here. Rivers on the blitz, wide open. He's got his man on the side. That is Taylor. Taylor down the sideline for the touchdown.
1st down in Las Vegas territory at the 41. Play fake. Rivers. Deep ball. Separation. Touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. Wide open.
He just won't talk about it.
2nd down and 9. Give it to Taylor. And the burst from Taylor. He's going to break away. Taylor takes it in. Touchdown.
Rivers to this side, and looking for the end zone is Zach Pascal.
They got field position.
2nd and 9. They pick up the blitz. And Rivers is going long. He's got a man open. Pascal has it. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
What a job. This is a Steeler blitz that they've been running forever. They call it a cross dog. They got field position.
2nd and 9. They pick up the blitz. And Rivers is going long. He's got a man open. Pascal has it. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
So Rivers under center, and Taylor is the running back. Give to Taylor. Taylor leaps, and he's in. Daniel Ross. Back to Taylor. Taylor makes moves. There he goes. He's got 200 yards, and he's got a touchdown.
Sunday.
Runs on 2nd down. To the end zone. Pascal. Touchdown. His 2nd today.
Hines Hines and Taylor in the backfield. Little misdirection play again. Taylor showing the wheels, and Jonathan Taylor is in. Touchdown.
6 defensive backs for Baltimore. 3rd and 15. Just trying to get it out to Taylor on the screen, get some of the yardage back, and get the first down, and rip it down the sideline, now to the middle of the field. Jonathan Taylor, 76-yard touchdown for the Indianapolis Colts. A play after dropping the pass, he takes it 76 yards. All that run, and it's a pass. Wentz hit as he throws, so it's underthrown, and it's still caught. Michael Pittman into the end zone for the touchdown. And there are flags down. If it stands, it's good for 42.
Wentz faking the handoff, going to take a shot. Wide open is his man. It's caught. Paris Campbell for the touchdown. Wentz faking the handoff, going to take a shot. Wide open is his man. It's caught. Paris Campbell for the touchdown.
Keep Hines in the game. Fake it to him. Wentz going all the way in the end zone to Michael Pittman for the touchdown.
That began at their own 18. Wentz on 4th down, protected to the back of the end zone. Pittman, touchdown. We see little wildcat with Wentz splitting out, and they're in. Touchdown.
Things that he does well.
Here is a carry by Hines, bouncing off bodies inside the 20. Foot race. Hines, touchdown. Both backs in there. Handoff to Taylor. What a start for Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Here's a little toss for the touchdown. Right back to offense. Go the Colts. Wow. Taylor's gone. Jonathan Taylor. Goodbye. Touchdown, Indy.
Taylor in for another touchdown.
On the fake. Wentz with time. Loading up. Going deep. Has a man. He's caught for the touchdown. Doolin's got it. His first NFL touchdown is.
Think about it for about 30 seconds. Direct snap to Taylor to the end zone for the touchdown.
You know, they've really struggled, and again, you've got to credit Houston's defense for being really good on 3rd down today.
On 1st and goal. They'll fake it to Taylor. The pass to the end zone. Caught at the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown. Ashton Doolin with the catch. Coming up, first rounder. Deion Jackson, left side. Blocker in front of him to the end zone. Touchdown.
Effective here in the red zone. This is where the Patriots need to stand up.
Yeah, look at this trick where they flip it to Hines. Has the wall. Makes a move. Gets a block from Taylor, and he's in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Will they have enough to finish this game? As Frank Reich said, here's Taylor. Taylor's going to finish it. Jonathan Taylor to the house. Good night.
Wentz will look to throw. He pumps, he throws, he's got a touchdown to T.Y. Hilton.
Don't want it to go to a 2-possession game.
On 3rd and 9, Wentz has all day with just a 3-man rush. Back in the end zone. What a throw. There's Wentz making the play.
From the 45, fake to Taylor. Wentz steps up. Wentz fires downfield. Caught on the deflection. T.Y. Hilton. Touchdown.
Maybe the two best guards in the game.
Nope, they're going to go up top instead. Back of the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. Jelani Woods, the rookie out of Virginia.
You pressure. The only guys who can come here are right up the middle. But I think it's man-to-man.
Here he goes from the 20. He throws it to the end zone. The Colts have taken the lead with 24 seconds remaining. It's the rookie Woods for the second time today in the end zone.
And I know you practice them, but it's different at game speed than it is in practice.
Fake to Taylor. Ryan. He's got his tight end in Mo Alley Cox, and he's in for the touchdown. We'll check the penalty marker, but that would be touchdown number 1 of the season for Alley Cox.
Ryan's going to throw it, taking a deep shot for Pierce down the field. He's got it! Touchdown! What a call! What a play! And what a day for Matt Ryan and the Colts! 2nd and goal. Ryan, 3-step drop, looks left, throws left. Campbell, touchdown! Paris Campbell, back-to-back games with a touchdown, and the Colts are on the board.
11th play of the drive, 1st and goal at the 1. Pittman on the move. They'll shove the quarterback across, touchdown, Colts. He's only had one 100-yard game. 2nd down, so there's a big hole. He's off to the races. Chased by Harmon, chased by Webb. And you can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Colts.
Make that 2 games, Kevin. But
it should have been a walk-in. Here's Taylor. Taylor, touchdown. And thanks to that 89-yard return by Dallas Flowers, the Colts are back in the ballgame. He's been good. 2nd and goal. Ryan, end zone. Pittman, touchdown, Colts.
Under 4 here in the 3rd. Ryan, end zone shot for Pierce. He caught it. Oh, what a play. Last second turned his body. Gave him a frame. And Alec Pierce with a touchdown.
Fluid situation, tough to see, especially for such a great player.
2nd and 28. Here's Pittman. And Pittman takes it inside the 20, the 10, towards the end zone. Touchdown on 2nd and 28.
Mo Alley Cox, first catch of this season. Richardson straight ahead. Anthony Richardson is in the end zone for a Colts touchdown. And that deserves a wow.
Colt, 14 seasons.
Got a chance to see him before the game. Top shot.
Richardson complete. There is a flag. Mo Alley Cox fights his way into the end zone. Richardson shaken up.
Let's send it back out to Spiro, Adam, and Amanda.
Uh-oh. Here's a breakaway. Moss off to the races. Moss to the house. 56-yard sprint by Moss.
Or they can bring in extra pressure to try to get matchups up the field.
Hard snap count. Could be a free play here. You saw Garrett jump. Downs is wide open. Downs. Touchdown.
Just keeping this defense off balance all first half.
Minshew the fake. Cuts back and he's in. Touchdown. 3rd of the season for the injured Anthony Richardson. On 2nd down, he fakes to Taylor. Fires over the middle, completes. Pittman breaking free. Pittman. Colts retake the lead.
Certainly urgency now for the Colts midway through this fourth quarter, down 15. Minshew flushed again. Stops, wants to throw, looking for the end zone in the corner, and he's got it! Drew Ogletree with the touchdown!
But that's why it's such a hard call to make for the official.
Taylor back in, 2nd down 8. Minshew, Taylor, Nelson a block, Fries a block, he'll corkscrew, in for the touchdown. What a play with blocking ahead.
It's Pittman in motion, 3rd and goal. Minshew rolling out, looking, he's going to run it for it, and he's in. Touchdown. Minshew gives him the little shimmy shake, and he is dealing for the Colts. Colts trying to make it a 2-score lead with 7 and change left. Taylor, touchdown.
Big penalty, moves it all the way to the 36-yard line of Tennessee. Minshew to the air, taking a deep shot for the end zone. Pierce, he's got it! Touchdown! His first touchdown of the season!
They've got the same look, man-to-man coverage up top.
2nd and goal, Minshew going back that way. End zone, touchdown! Ball game! Colts win! Michael Pittman does it! Last year, the Colts 4-12-1. This year, there's a new sheriff in town, Shane Steichen, and the Colts are 7-5.
You got your starting middle linebacker, Zaire Franklin, in there, fullback in motion. Off the play fake, Minshew to back of the end zone. Mo Alley Cox has got it. Touchdown, Colts.
Minshew pressure coming, taking a deep shot. Pierce is there. Pierce at the 10, 5, touchdown. 58 yards.
Actually, one of the few places that Minshew could put that ball.
23-yard completion. Here goes Taylor with Pierce in front. Touchdown, Colts.
On 1st and 10, pressure's coming. Richardson slips. Now he's airing it out deep down the field for Pierce. Pierce, touchdown! What a throw by Richardson! A 60-yard touchdown! Richardson over the middle, caught by Ashton Doolin. He's got room to run. Doolin at the 10, 5, touchdown! A 54-yard touchdown! Not only does he not kick, but they huddle up. Play clock at 3. Richardson on 4th and goal takes off. Is he going to get there? Fighting his way, and he's in for a touchdown. Whew. But there's only 2:14 left.
Tip of the ball. They'll throw it. Richardson given time. Floating for the back of the end zone, and Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Colts. He was wide open, and Indy finally finds the end zone.
It reduces the risk of concussion, and Granson a big proponent of it. His teammate Rodney Thomas also wears one. Here's Taylor. Nice moves by Jonathan Taylor. Oh, yeah! Touchdown! And some sweet moves by JT. 29 yards.
He's been a center guard for this Indianapolis team the last couple of years, but they go with Bortolini. And the rookie so far so good. Taylor the take. Taylor pushes his way, and he is in for the touchdown. Crowd quiets down here for Flacco. You see the mix of run and pass. 9th play of the drive. Flacco sidearm delivering to the end zone. He's got his man. It's Downs. Touchdown.
They haven't been able to finish and make the play.
Flacco pulls it back, puts some air under it. Wide open is Pierce. Massive breakdown, and it's Pierce in. Touchdown. Joe Flacco brings them all the way back in front of a stunned crowd here in Jacksonville. Remember, Jamal Adams had to be placed on IR this week, so a little bit thinner on that secondary. First down pass towards the end zone. Flacco wide open. Downs. Touchdown.
Second and 9. Richardson keeps it. Now steps up, looking deep. Has a wide open man. Josh Downs. Nobody in sight. And Downs will go. Touchdown, Colts. A 69-yard touchdown. Richardson to Downs at the 5. Reaches, and he's in. Touchdown. What a drive by Richardson. And the Colts will keep the offense on the field to go for 2. Watch them pick for Taylor to the flat.
Richardson looking. Richardson end zone. It is caught for the Indianapolis touchdown. Alec Pierce able to squeeze it.
On first down, it's Taylor again. And Taylor explodes. Taylor's into the open field. He has one man to beat. No chance. And he'll hold on to the ball with 2 hands into the end zone. Touchdown, Colts, 65 yards. Back to Taylor, and Taylor trying to put it away all by himself. Taylor into the open field one more time. Oh, what a stiff arm to loosen the load. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis, 70 yards. Jonathan Taylor having a day.
There, he's trying to help them, but he can't sit there in cover 3 and man all day long, not with Joe Flacco.
There goes Taylor. Takes it all the way for a Colts touchdown. His second of the game. 26 yards, Jonathan Taylor. He scored the game-winning touchdown in this building against the Jets in November. Colts trail by 8 in the fourth quarter. Flacco to the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown by Pierce.
For Flacco and Taylor. A lot of play action in this offense. It's a deep shot. It's Alec Pierce and a touchdown. 40 yards to the deep threat out of Chicagoland. They go 2 in the backfield, including Downs. Now they'll send him out and hand it to Taylor, who skates in easily. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jones with time, touch pass, he's got a man, Pittman, touchdown! Michael Pittman in the end zone. And the Colts take a 9-0 lead.
1 timeout, Indy. Had to take it there because the injury timeout inside 2 minutes. It's Taylor who walks in. Touchdown!
On second down from the gun. Jones right through the middle to Pittman, and Pittman toward the goal line, dives in. It's touchdown, Colts.
180.
Second down and 4 to Taylor. Taylor explodes, makes a man miss to his right. Spin move, a beauty, inside the 30. High stepping at the 25, inside the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Jonathan Taylor, 46 yards. Second and goal. They go to him again. He goes to his right, bounces to the edge, trying to get to the goal line. He is in. He kept his feet moving.
Jones under center, turns, hands to Warren. Warren barrels inside the 2 and is down at the 1. No, it's a touchdown. Warren into the end zone for 6, and the Colts take a 9-3 lead. 10 plays, 88 yards so far. Jonathan Taylor, the single back. Jones will turn, play action.
Flag is down. Jones to the end zone, caught for the touchdown by Michael Pittman, and the Colts take the lead.
The give. Jonathan Taylor is in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, he's got one touchdown today. He's got two. Abdullah to the goal line and in for a Colts touchdown. He spent the last 3 years with the Raiders.
Delta set.
Jones on the roll, chased by Calais Campbell, trying to get to the goal line. He'll get there. Touchdown, Colts. Second and goal.
Delta set.
Toss play, Taylor to the edge, to the end zone. The Colts take the lead in the fourth.
Steps in that spot. They rotate up front. On a handoff for Taylor. Big hole. Taylor is gone. Touchdown, Colts. They just cruise down the field, and it's capped off by a 23-yard rip.
Kevin Winston's on the spot before the leading springs. Tyler Warren.
Jones looking deep down the field, and it is caught by Pittman with a flag down, but what a grab by Pittman. And it's Colts ball at the 20. Here's Jonathan Taylor on first down. Big hole. JT in the open field. Down the sideline. Staying in bounds. Still going. Taylor. The distance.
Thirteenth play of the drive.
Or you do that.
And it's Jones taking it in for the touchdown.
NFL's leading rusher, despite his low output last week against Pittsburgh's tough defense. Now Jones takes a shot into double coverage. End zone. Warren, the rookie. Beg your pardon, it's Pierce leaping for the touchdown. They got second and short. That means it's Taylor time, and he's got the first down, and he busts away from the pack for plenty more. Jonathan Taylor, big run. There he goes, and Indianapolis takes the lead. 83 yards, the longest run of his career. Right back to Taylor with Warren blocking. Touchdown, Taylor. An appropriate finish in Berlin, Germany. It's Taylor's game, and the Colts win in overtime.
Shotgun for Jones. 9 minutes to go in this first half. Jones. Float it. End zone! Pierce has got it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. First and goal at the 1. Handoff, Taylor. They try to push him in.
Second effort.
He's there. Touchdown, Colts.
380.
Looks like a free play. Rivers, end zone. He's got his man. Pierce, touchdown Colts. In case he needs to get some action tonight. Third down and goal. To the end zone. Touchdown again, Alec Pierce.
I gotta wonder if they got a play action of some sort. Every time he's under center, it's been a run. There you go.
First pass from under center, and Mo Alley Cox makes the catch for the touchdown.
They had success with this last time against the Colts, so they're going right back to it on the first third down.
Third down, Leonard. He's going to unleash a long one. Alec Pierce is there for the touchdown.
Leonard is on time with a bomb to Pierce for 66 yards. Not a bad way to start your NFL career, Riley Leonard.